everyone, and welcome back to day 3 of the Great Hiatus. Now, I know the last time we talked, I said that I was going to try to do this sort of thing every couple of days. And here I am again. It's not even the end of that first installment. And so I know some people are thinking, who's this guy? He thinks he's Donkey. He thinks he's PewDiePie. Okay, it's very funny. Actually was looking at some of the questions from earlier, and a lot of good questions, a lot of good stuff, much grist for the mill in the next few days. There was one question, I got to tell you, kind of got to me a little bit. It comes from the user ManBearBoar, who wrote and acknowledged right up front that this isn't really a question, but wrote, "I've been waiting 13 long years for a Mr. Leroy narrated bedtime story, and I will not rest until I have it." Now, it doesn't sound like a threat or anything. It really isn't a threat. I didn't take it as a threat. Now I try to think. Have I ever waited 13 years for anything? Hell, these days it's tough to get people to wait for 13 minutes. But what I did is I went down to the archives and I extracted a copy of The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. You can see this book is legit. You can see the foxing on the corners. You can see the tape on the spine. Ex-library book. Only the very best for you. So, I'm going to read this book to you. And I know that there are some people out there thinking, okay, he's going to find a way to work in some death and dismemberment and spice up this childhood classic. Well, because you think I'm going to do that, that's exactly what I'm not going to do. We're going to read this one exactly as it was written by Eric Carle. But I do have to point out that this is a topical story. This is a story about some of the benefits of social distancing, about what happens when you take a couple of weeks off. I don't want to spoil anything. We'll get there when we get there. But why don't we get there? The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Look at those end papers. He dedicated this book to his sister. I think that's nice. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. The end. Now, you get to bed because you've got a big day tomorrow full of social distancing. I hope you learned something from this that will help you in that quest. In the meantime, maybe we'll come back and get to some more of your questions, but it's time for bed, so nighty-night, everyone, and maybe we will see you tomorrow on day 4 of the Great Hiatus. Good night, everyone.